Alright, this is going to be my first review for the LTA Movie Club because I'm a huge fan and like the idea. I've been meaning to do a review for a while, but this review is going to be for Dumb and Dumber, which is funny that I start off with this movie because I actually used to hate it. I used to hate Dumb and Dumber, and I used to fault it with everything wrong with boys back in the day when it first came out. My older brother was obsessed with this movie, which is probably why I was a little bit like, I hate it and I had all these bad memories, because he loved it so much. He used to quote this movie, and to admit, this movie does have a lot of quotable parts, especially for like back then, like preteen, teen boys, hell, even older boys. I know my brother used to, on end, always quote and do in my ear that line, the "you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world," like, and then that sound, oh god, that sound, he just wouldn't drop it. So I think I was a little bit traumatized because of that. Other than that, this movie is about two kind of socially inept friends who go on this adventure when one of them realizes he needs to do something different, and it's all because of a girl, which usually it's all because of a girl. That's usually the motivating factor for most adventures. There's some lines that are great in this movie that are just like little throwaway lines that you don't notice that they're good until later, or maybe until you're older and you rewatch the movie again. Fortunately, I'm glad that I waited till now to watch the movie, because there's little lines I caught on to that I really liked. The line that I really liked that I don't know if people actually catch it or a whole lot, that the whole like, he's saying that if he knew Mary at all, that she would eat, like, really, she would let them in for some tea and strumpets. And then he just keeps going, which I adore because it's a good example of how these guys always kind of mess everything up. Things that are normal, they would say wrong, because inviting someone in for tea and strumpets, I'm pretty sure it's inviting someone in for tea and hookers. That would make it a very different movie. I liked the little play on the Pretty Woman montage. There's some scenes that I couldn't do because I have a problem with bodily fluids in movies. I just can't do it. I've never been able to. Maybe I'm like overly sensitive to those things, but so I couldn't do the whole the hick guy like hawking like into the burger. That part I had to look away. I just had to like be like this the entire time, like okay. When they first arrived in Aspen in that little bike, and like the wind has frozen their tears and their snot and everything onto their face, just the realism of this thing, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I know some people might find that hilarious, but and it is. I know it's funny. I just can't look at it. I just can't. Some of these jokes that come up are a little obvious that they're gonna happen, but maybe there's something about Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels that makes you find it funny anyways. Like the beer bottle thing. You knew from the moment that Jim Carrey started pissing in the beer bottles that someone's going to sip it. So somehow someone is going to sip that beer bottle. And the one with the cop pulls up, you know what's going to happen. Or like when Harry decides to put gas in the car and you see it spill everywhere and the glass cigarette, you know what's happening. You know what's going to come. But alas, it's still funny because these guys play off their characters really, like, yes, they are dumb, obviously, from the title, but they're more socially inept, and they're bumbling, but underneath it all, there's this sweetness, even though they do some messed up stuff. They're just so oblivious that you kind of forgive them for it. And I think the moment that I got won over by Harry and Lloyd was when Lloyd does that scene at that monologue at the beginning, the whole sick and tired speech, like him sick and tired, everything. And then the moment he says that line, I'm sick and tired of eking my way through life, that's the moment where I was like, I care about the characters. So that was well done. Okay, there's some scenes that I cringe, but I still find funny, like the blind boy with the bird. They're just sitting there with like, pretty birdie, pretty birdie, pretty birdie. And you just see him with this like bird that has the head taped back together. It's just one of those moments that's like, one part is like, dude, no, and the other part's like, thinks it's really like kind of sad but cute, so you can be like, oh, and then you can't help but laugh at that too. So that part, even though it was really messed up and kind of made me go, oh, it's that whole like starting off with an on and laugh, ending with a laugh. Yeah, to end my rambling, I would suggest this movie. Yeah, I guess I would suggest this movie for someone to check out if they wanted to see like early Jim Carrey and really kind of check out the way his humor used to be. I'm actually one of those people who really just can't get sick of him. And I know a lot of people have gotten done with him already, but maybe I'm a bit of a loyalist. Don't expect to be a masterpiece, and you are going to get grossed out sometimes. But it's something you can watch just with some friends, or I guess you'd call... I think you could even watch this on a date, just not on a date where you expect to do anything after. Yeah. Because at least on a date, all the cringeworthy parts, at least your date would, like, curl into you. So that's always good. Couch cuddling always is good. Yeah. So yeah. That's the end of my first review. I will get better at this. And I will try again later. But yeah, I like the whole LTA thing, and thanks Phil for putting this together. That's it.